Please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, comment.
Hey, gentle people, it's your girl, Sira Diva Dion, with another one. Donald Trump wants a piece of Jamaica, or maybe the entire Jamaica, and he wants to kick China out of here. Let's see the reasons why. First, let's dive into our people and culture. Yes, Jamaica has a rich and diverse culture blended with people from around the world. And of course, our motto is out of many, one people. Every different race is represented here on our island. And this is most apparent in our various food. African European influences dominate the culture. The Spanish, the Irish, the Indians, Chinese, and Germans have also left their mark. Our people are friendly, and of course, we tell you like it is, no going around the bush. Due in part to the strong British influence, Jamaicans are modest and conservative dressers. When we're ready for dress, we're pushed to the bone. The display of skin is frowned upon in formal environments. Please to dress ladylike and put yourself together like a gentleman. Our official language, Jamaica, is English. However, most likely you will hear what sounds like a foreign language. It's Patois. Yes, we call it spelled Patois. Some people say patois, which is the language on the streets. Of course, patois is a combination of English, Spanish, Portuguese, and African phrases which sound more rhythmic than the traditional English. Jamaica have a musical heritage that stems from the African and European roots. Reggae music is Jamaica's most recognized sound. Yes, these thumping sounds are rich and infectious and encompass expressions of personal freedom, independence, religion, and gossip. Tell me about it. Jamaica's most famous is Bob Marley, referred to as the king of reggae music, whose influence has helped bring reggae music into Jamaica's mainstream and, of course, spread it across the world. Jamaica's lush, colorful landscape act as a muse for people. These vibrant colors are reflected in the visual arts Jamaicans have produced, and we have produced some of the best paintings, sculptures, and poetry in the Caribbean. Jamaican artists draw influences from their diverse culture. These colorful work of art include precious treasure produced by unconventional artists ranging from academic to self-taught artisan. To get a better feel or additional feel of what I'm talking about, once you set foot on the island, visit some of our craft shops in the local area. Yeah, step outside of your Airbnb or your all-inclusive or off your boat. We call it a boat, but we know it's a cruise ship. Step outside, go on an excursion, and take a look around. You will actually see it, feel. You may never want to leave. Jamaica will never leave you again. Let me quickly just mention some of the other things that Jamaica has to offer where everybody wants a piece. Yeah, everybody wants a touch of a we are a bite of a we are wants to take the whole thing. We have the cascading waterfalls such as Duns River, Reach Falls, Blue Hole, Somerset Falls, Laughing Waters, etc. Remember, we have the rafting on the Rio Grande, and there we have the beautiful Rick's Cafe where you just get lost into that sunset and you dive off into that beautiful, pristine water below. Come on, Jamaica. The world is our oyster, but Jamaica is ours to protect. No wonder a lot of people want to get their hands on it. Let us not allow them to break it into little pieces, because if we do, we'll be left with nothing. All right, so while we watch them oil it up, let's prepare ourselves to take a look or listen to information that we have. They have already done their research to know why they want to take a piece of Jamaica or to take all of Jamaica away from us. We little, but we Talawa. Listen.
Our strength lies in nearly 80 years of building a formidable shipping and logistics company, driven by innovation, vision, and a resolve to make yesterday's success pale in comparison to the stellar achievements that are always up ahead. You could say our strength lies in the transformation of our landscape as we push the boundaries and conquer digital frontiers for operational efficiency, service delivery, and profitability. Ever moving, expanding, and growing to attain boundaryless possibilities. We say it's all true, but that's just a part of our story. We say our real strength lies in a committed team, the movers and shakers behind the scenes. Offloading cargo from huge ships, driving cars over ramps for transshipment and the domestic market. They are vessel planners, mapping with precision to ensure ships make safe journeys to global destinations. They make sure engines and work run smoothly without fail. Drive trucks, stackers, and cranes. They do the heavy lifts and unpack containers to meet delivery targets. They make sure you and your cargo are secure. Expertly manage your transactions, share information, greet with smiles, lead with integrity, and more. They are the people behind the moves. They're not always seen. They're not always loud or in the forefront. They are relentless, simply working with quietness and diligence, but on every continent. In over 45 global destinations, their impact is felt. They are the quiet strength behind our moves.
Jamaica is the focal point of a global power struggle between two of the world's most powerful nations, the United States and China. One person who made his stance crystal clear is Donald Trump. As US president, Trump was vocal about his concerns over China's global ambitions, including its growing footprint in Jamaica. But why is Trump so determined to push China out of Jamaica? What does this small Caribbean nation represent in the larger chessboard of global politics? To understand Trump's concerns, let's start with geography. Jamaica is no ordinary island. It's a gateway. Strategically located in the heart of the Caribbean, Jamaica sits on vital shipping lanes connecting North and South America, Europe, and beyond. Jamaica is also home to one of the most modern shipping ports in the Western Hemisphere. The Kingston Freeport Terminal is a key hub for trade, making Jamaica a critical player in global logistics and commerce. It's no surprise that China has been investing heavily in Jamaica, pouring billions into infrastructure like the North-South Highway, ports, and renewable energy projects. But to the US, these investments are more than economic. They're strategic moves in a larger game of influence. According to Trump, China is not just taking over. They're setting up shop everywhere. And he's not going to let that happen in the US' own backyard. Throughout his presidency, Trump viewed China as a direct competitor to the United States. For him, it wasn't just about trade deficits or military power. It was about influence, especially in regions historically dominated by the US, like the Caribbean. In Trump's eyes, China's growing footprint in Jamaica wasn't just a business opportunity. It was a threat to US dominance in the Western Hemisphere. And for a president who championed America first, losing ground in the Caribbean was simply unacceptable. One of the most striking examples of China's influence in Jamaica is the North-South Highway. Built by the China Harbor Engineering Company, this $730 million project connects Kingston to Ocho Rios, slashing travel times and boosting tourism. As part of the deal, China received a 50-year concession to collect toll revenue, a move that has sparked debates about sovereignty and long-term economic dependency. China's involvement doesn't stop there. It has modernized Jamaica's shipping infrastructure, turning the Kingston Freeport into a key node in its Belt and Road Initiative, a global strategy to expand China's influence through trade and infrastructure. But why does Trump care so much about China's presence in Jamaica? The answer boils down to three key factors: strategic control, economic competition, and regional influence. Jamaica's ports, highways, and proximity to the Panama Canal make it a critical location for controlling trade routes. Trump feared that China's investments could give Beijing undue influence over these key assets. Jamaica's bauxite industry, renewable energy sector, and booming tourism market are areas where China is gaining a foothold, challenging U.S. economic interests. By funding massive infrastructure projects, China is winning hearts and minds in Jamaica, potentially shifting political allegiances in a region the U.S. has long considered its own sphere of influence. Under Trump, the U.S. ramped up its presence in the Caribbean. Programs like the Caribbean Basin Security Initiative and USAID provided funding for public safety, education, and renewable energy in Jamaica. However, these efforts often couldn't match China's large-scale infrastructure investments. In comparison, China gave Jamaica $2 billion in infrastructure, ports, and energy, while the U.S. gave $619 million in development aid and trade incentives. The numbers reveal the challenge. While the U.S. focuses on security and governance, China is reshaping Jamaica's physical landscape. According to Jamaica's Prime Minister, Jamaica welcomes partnerships with all nations, as long as they align with the country's vision for sustainable development. Jamaica's leaders are navigating a complex balancing act. While they embrace China's infrastructure investments, they are also working closely with the U.S. to maintain trade ties and regional security. This delicate diplomacy reflects Jamaica's broader Vision 2030, a strategy to achieve sustainable development and economic growth. So, why does Trump want China out of Jamaica? The answer lies in a mix of strategic control, economic rivalry, and the fear of losing influence in a region crucial to America's interests. But for Jamaica, the question isn't just about choosing sides. It's about charting a path that secures its own future.
Okay, so there we have it. Let's listen to Miss Lou take us out of this. It's your girl, Sarah Diva Dion. Ciao for now.
The ground is hard. We chose this poem because it is very relevant to the times now, though these verses were written many years ago. But dirty tough means not just that the ground is hard, but the times are hard. So it's rain or fall, but dirty tough. The rain is falling, but the ground is hard. And dirty is not just a corruption of the word dirty. It's a real African word, D-O-T, dirty, which means the ground, dirty tough. Sun a shine, but things not bright. Do a pot a boil, bickle not enough. River flood, and rain a fall. Rain a fall, but dirty tough. Nowadays the times so hard, when you ask Maddie how them do, them afraid you take it, tell them back so them no answer you. No care how much we da work for hard times, still in our shot. We da fight, our time a beat we. They might raise we wages, but £1 gone and pound we pay and we no feel no merriment. For £10 gone and pound we food and £10 pound we rent. Saltfish gone up, mackerel gone up, beef and pork gone up same way. And when rice and butter ready, them just go for holiday. Cloth, boot, pin and needle gone up. Ice bread taxes, water rate, kerosene, oil, gasoline gone up. And the pound devaluate. The price of bread gone up so high that we have to agree to cut we hype and bread and all turn dumpling refugee. And all them Margaret Smaddy, whether go on like fatty sin, all them they whether fast with me, I left them to dumpling. Sun a shine and pot a boil, but things not bright. Bickle not enough. River flood, rain a fall, but water scarce and dirty